How cool was that countdown? Hello, Andrew.
So fancy.
So fancy. Thank you for showing me that. It's been a while between videos for you and me, and I don't know who's actually watching. Guys, if you are watching, I want some questions at the end of this, because this is going to be one of the most interesting videos you've watched. This guy is a self-proclaimed design hacker, but not only. I've known him for a few years. He's an amazing dude. He knows how to make so many different things. And I'm going to let you introduce yourself, because you're going to do it so much better. Tell us who you are, Andrew, and tell us what you're doing here today and what else you do.
For sure. Do you want me to show a slide, a visual graphic?
Go for it.
That I put together just now?
Absolutely. Yeah, I saw that. Yep, show me.
There you go.
Here
How about this?
How about that?
All right. So I'll go through this real quick. I'm a graphic. What's this little box doing? Oh, well. I'm a graphic designer / entrepreneur. Started off doing web design in college and became a freelancer, went full-time doing that, creating beautiful graphics. And along the way, I learned that I had to learn how to market, because no one would buy your stuff if it just looked nice. It had to actually connect with your audience, logically make sense and move them into action. So I started to study marketing, ended up co-founding a company called 22 Social. And we turned that into a 7-figure company in 2 years with just 3 of us. It was a software product that we built, and from scratch, we built a brand, got a huge following, thousands of customers paying monthly. And that was a great experience for me to start a business from scratch and learn everything on the fly and figure out how to market it, how to run it, how to do the customer support. It was a wild ride. Later on, founded Design Hacker. And that stemmed from everything I learned from all of our software customers. They were trying to build their business. Our platform helped them do that, but they were struggling to look professional online. So what I was doing behind the scenes for our company was I actually went away from using fancy design tools like Photoshop and Illustrator and started using Google Slides to do all of my graphic design and visual branding. And it worked really well for us. And I thought, you know what, I bet I could just templatize some of this stuff and share it with our software users to help them.
It made my life easier. I know that.
It's made a lot of people's lives easier. It's a kind of an alternative to Canva at this point. I just still prefer using Google Slides over Canva, just keeping everything really simple and clean right on Google, super easy and free to use. And so I built a whole system around that for branding and design. And so like this presentation right here using Google Slides, but then I actually make all of my social media graphics, social covers, PDF downloads, everything with Google Slides. Along the way, I've done a lot of cool stuff and worked with different leaders. Some of the coolest experiences were helping launch Kickstarter campaigns. So I learned a lot doing that, like doing $600,000 in sales with a product that no one had ever heard of in 30 days. Like these like little sprints that you do and like get an idea off the ground. We're just mind blowing. So we did that with 4 different brands. We went from a brand new company to over 6 figures in sales within 30 days. Just crazy stuff, right? So I'm more of the visual guy, but along the way, of course, I've had to learn how to communicate more clearly, how to build an effective brand with the messaging and sales, the way you present it and position it with your words. I'm not a natural at it, as you can tell, but it's something I've had to really master. And about 1.5 years ago, I stepped away from all that, went solo again. And now I've got a marketing agency. I'm still doing the graphic design templates, but doing it on my own has really reinforced again how difficult it is to run everything on your own. And having to do it myself, it's just so exhausting, creatively exhausting to have to write all your own copy, the amount of stuff you have to write, your emails, your social posts, your sales pages. it's like an insane amount of work. And if it doesn't come naturally to you, it's just really exhausting on top of everything else you have to do with your business. So I started looking into these AI copywriting tools, and I know you have too,
Yeah.
just a few months ago. Go ahead.
From you, from your teachings and your videos. Absolutely.
Oh, I was the one that introduced you?
Yes, absolutely.
Nice. Well, it was an urgent need for me because I had my clients and my own business, and I'm like, I got to find a way to write beautiful, effective copy really quickly without having to learn all about my clients' businesses, right? Like having to understand everything about their business. It's hard enough to do it for yourself, and then to learn about your audience or your customer, your client and their audience. And anyway, it's really difficult to do this.
Yes.
So I was blown away when I found these copywriting tools that actually do that for you way better than I ever expected. So there's a bunch of new tools on the market. Go ahead.
The robots writing better than me. That's what that's my takeaway.
It's true, but it makes sense because they have so much data. I mean, they've taken 10% of the internet. They've crunched it into a $100 million supercomputer that literally costs hundreds of millions of dollars for them to do this. They've raised over $1 billion to the platform, not Copy.ai, but
no.
the platform that is built on top of. So it's insane technology. And we're talking Elon Musk, Microsoft. These are the guys who are behind it and are funding it. So it's crazy new stuff. And after trying about 20 or 30 different tools, I became a big believer in Copy.ai and their team. There's some other ones. I know you were talking about Conversion.ai, and there's...
Yeah, I've already done a video on Conversion.ai. I've really, for a very short time, dabbled in it for like, I don't know, half a day. I've got a trial that I think finishes today. So convince me to press the button and buy this, because I think that's what your job is today.
Yeah, so I am a little biased. All right, so I became a believer in Copy.ai. Now, I was using several tools. I bought a bunch of the tools. I was using kind of testing all of them myself. And when I actually first announced it, I said my two favorite are Copy.ai and Conversion.ai. Right? I found those two were the best from what I'd seen. And I was actually recommending Copy.ai because it had the unlimited plan for $49 a month. Conversion.ai at the time didn't have the unlimited. They ended up adding that later, and now it's like over $100 a month to get their unlimited. Either way, they're both awesome, and there's a bunch of cool tools out there. But what happened is I shared it with my audience, and my audience loves Copy.ai. You're one of them. I guess you didn't really try it out much yet, but a lot of my group members and audience ended up using it, loving it, just freaking out about it. I actually got in touch with the founders of Copy.ai and started working with them, and now I'm actually helping develop their affiliate program, just because I was having success sharing it as an affiliate, and there's a huge opportunity. So I'm working with them. And what's cool is they just raised $3 million in funding. They just brought on a whole team of developers. So they're really new to the game here, but their product is already so good. The two founders were angel investors, and they're just really into this technology. And the other cool thing is they're really into entrepreneurship and supporting entrepreneurs. And their mission is just to make this easier for the average entrepreneur to be able to start their own business and to turn that into full-time income so that they have financial freedom.
Look, the history of how this thing has started and how you started on it and where you're going with it is just mind-blowing. And I think what we're going to do today is a little bit of a training to see how my audience is actually going to benefit from this. Before we go on, first of all, let me put this one. Thank you very much, Crystal. And yes, you already know Andrew from a long, long time ago. You've actually tested a couple of his templates. We're all blown away. I'm blown away. I still can't believe that this robot stuff can do better than me. I'm supposed to be a good writer, not doing as well as them. Debbie is saying 129 US per month for unlimited. And I think that what she's referring to, I think she's got a couple of things wrong. Debbie, the Conversion.ai unlimited plan is $110 per month. That's probably, it's 109 or something like that.
It's like something like that.
Something like that. But what Andrew is going to be talking about is not going to be Conversion.ai. He's talking about their competitors, who are Copy.ai. And what's the plan worth? Actually, should we leave that? It is cheaper, Debbie. Let's talk about the price at the end, because at the end of the day, you're going to get a free trial if you want it. You're going to get a discount if you want it. And apparently, Andrew just gave me a bit of news before we came on that he's going to add some additional value. So I'm going to put one more up here. I only had a go at Conversion.ai. So happy to be convinced to swap loyalties. It is cheaper, Vicky. We're going to actually see how Andrew is going to use it in our case. I've given him a case study to play with, so hopefully he'll be able. Yes, just checked, and it's 109. I'm on the basic plan. Awesome, Debbie. Let's see if we can get something similar for you cheaper. Let's compare. I haven't actually played enough with this. Let's let Andrew do his job. And after this, I want loads and loads of questions. I'm not going to interrupt him at all because I have a tendency to talk too much. At the end, you know that better than anyone, Andrew. And so after this, I want to find 100 questions in the comments, because I want to blast him with questions. So, all yours.
Let's go. The best way to do this is just to, I mean, we could talk all day, but let's just get in and create stuff. And yeah, the price wise, I'll cut to the chase. Everyone here today, the price normally with Copy.ai is $49 a month. They have just one plan. It's unlimited. Have at it. We've got a coupon today for 40% off. So you get it for $29 a month, unlimited. And anyone who signs up, I'm going to throw in my brand builder starter kit. So we talked about building your brand.
I cannot talk about this though. I've got to interrupt you. Okay, guys, this is his signature brand builder starter kit. It starts by asking you who your audience is, who your customers are. You go in there and put some colors that you love, and you put some fonts that you love, and all of a sudden, with the press of a button in Google Slides, you end up with some amazing graphics. Guys, I don't even utilize it to this much of what you guys can do with it. But if you've seen any of my graphics ever in the last, 3 years or so, what you don't know is that those graphics take me 2.5 minutes to complete and upload because of Andrew's system. It helps you with product infographics. It helps you with your own branding, and it's just amazing. Go ahead and show them what it does, Andrew. I want everybody to get really
Oh my gosh. Well, you guys are all going to get this for free. So I've got a bunch of videos in there. I mean, there's so much to get into today. This would be a whole nother training. And maybe I'll just throw you like some stuff later, but I'm going to throw this in for free today. And anyone, because I believe that's a perfect combo. Like, I'm more of a visual designer and visual marketer. You combine it with the copy that you can create with the AI technology, and now you're cooking. I mean, now you've got beautiful branding and graphics. Combine that with beautiful messaging that resonates and attracts your ideal customer. That's very powerful. So I'm going to throw it in for free. And again, you got the 40% off deal. You can drop your link in. The best thing you guys can do is click the link if it's in the description, and then get your free trial. You'll see the coupon in there when you get the free trial. You have a couple days to grab that deal. So get it before it expires. And you'll see a little countdown in there when you sign up. So as you get in there and try it, the best thing you can do is just get the free trial, try this out for yourself, see if it's a good fit. It's $29 a month for the first year. So you can use it for a whole year for $29 a month, unlimited. It's pretty much the best value on the market. And then if you do sign up, just let me know and I'll send over a coupon to get this for free. Lifetime access to my brand builder starter kit.
Awesome.
So I'll have you arrange that. Just contact Callie and she will get in touch with me and then we'll get the coupons sent out to you guys.
Awesome.
Sound good?
Awesome. I'm over the moon. Thank you.
It's a no-brainer. All right. So this is, let's solve some problems here because I want to talk about your, what you teach and the problems that come up a lot. You wrote a pretty good doc over here. Can we go through that together? Is that cool?
Absolutely. Just for anybody watching, this is not anybody's real product. It is somebody's product. It's just nobody's that we know. It's not a suggestion to get this product to sell it. It's not. It's actually patented, so be careful if you do anything silly like that. It's just one that I picked randomly so that I don't give away any products or anything like that.
Well, this is actually a good example because if you had a similar product, you could follow the same process. Mm-hmm. So here's the idea. You're going to go ahead and all you have to do with this tool is drop in a random product name. There's a bunch. They've got like 70 different tools here on Copy.ai with different writing formulas. And this is going to be a lot of fun because it's going to make you a really good copywriter just by playing around with these tools. You're going to learn effective copywriting strategies. You're going to see different angles of how you can position your product, how you can connect with the pain point of your customer, and then position your product as the solution. That stuff is really hard to do in our own heads. Like we're just like, I don't know, it's the thing. Like this is what it does. Obviously the value is there, but we don't introduce it the right way.
I created a bio with one of these. I could never create a bio. It's so hard to talk about yourself or your own products or in a way that convinces somebody else to buy them. This is just, the tool works really well for that.
So what you gave me is just a quick description of this random product, right? So we just got a random product on, and you can go take any product on Amazon and try it out for yourself. Ideally a product you know nothing about, and it's going to come up with amazing copy for that product out of the gate. All you have to do is give it a little bit of information. So you pretty much went through and just copied a couple of these, descriptions of what they wrote about this product, right?
Yeah, pretty much grabbed a couple of bits from bullet points.
So all you have to do is just put something in there, and you can literally just write what I do if I don't have something to work from. I'll just talk like a caveman to it and be like, my course will help you create beautiful graphics in minutes, and it works with Google Slides, like just caveman, like I don't know, just brain dump into it, and you'll be amazed. So the other thing too is, let's just try it out. We'll just click create, right? So you just type in some random stuff, click create, and what it's going to do is it has a pre-trained model based on 175 billion parameters of all of these kind of data points in here from all the information on the internet. And it's going to give you, in this case, a product description that might be effective for this kind of whatever you type into it, right? So if we scroll down, I usually skip the first one because it's going to be very close to what you wrote. But if we scroll down, we can just start to read through. Strain your food without the mess. I mean, just that one line right there is kind of a nice little intro. The snap and strainer clamps easily to nearly any pot pan. So it's writing original copy here. All right. So what you're looking at is like, what is this? Is it just like pasting stuff from the internet? No, it's actually writing original copy from scratch based on all that data.
You're not even copying somebody else. You can't even get in trouble for having plagiarized or anything.
That's the thing. You might want to run it through a plagiarizer tool just to double check. But I mean, the way it works, it's not copying and pasting from somewhere. There might be some pieces, obviously, there's only so many words in the English language or any language, right? So there might be some similar lines, but it's not going to be plagiarized by any means. So you're working with original copy here. No more fishing the food out of your pot and then straining it. So it's kind of understanding really quickly. It's a lot to read here.
Yeah. It's understanding what it does, what the product does, just from those couple of lines, from those couple of bullet points.
Yeah. So what you could then do is you could go and find something you like. And what I usually do is I'll create a doc. You go to like doc.new. That's a cool shortcut to open up a new Google Doc.
That's a good shortcut. Never
Good
knew
little
that.
shortcut. Yeah, a handy little tool. So what you could do is you can save it here. And if you click the heart, it'll save it to your saved list. So you can always remember that. You can also edit anything in here. It'll come up with random names. It'll come up with random stuff. It's pretty cool because it kind of, in some cases, it'll give you ideas to make your product better. And
Yes.
in one case, just the other day, I was working with a client and we were coming up with, he's doing like lending for like crowdfunding lending for commercial real estate projects, like a really abstract thing, right? We put in a couple words here, what it does or what his business is. It spat out some really good stuff. And actually in part of it, it said a name and made up a name of a company. And we were like, oh, shoot, that's a cool name. He hadn't come up with a name for his company yet, but it wrote random stuff. And he actually just went and bought the .com and he's going to go with that name.
All right, so we can create brand names with this.
It makes stuff up. It'll make up names of authors. So you got to like fact check and read through. Like anytime there's like data or stats, it's more of like a placeholder to help you creatively come up with like what should go in there.
Always check other people's trademarks before you use names. Absolutely.
So let's go ahead and just like what I'll do is start pasting stuff over and creating a little working doc. But this is just like a simple one. So it's kind of cool. Like you can come up with anything. Like we could say like coffee mug pro, coffee mug for business owners who don't want to spill on their laptop, right?
Wow.
So, I mean, this is just like literally you can play around with this because it's going to blow your mind. Like all we're going to put in here is that. And I just made that up in a second. I don't know, name of a product, some idea for what it could be. And it's going to write copy. Let's see if the coffee mug combines coffee and laptop stand in one. Oh, so it came up with like a stand. It's a great gift for the business owner who doesn't want to spill anything on their laptop while they power through emails.
Product idea, guys. Whoever makes this.
This coffee mug is a tool to help business owners with small businesses not spill on the laptop. Use the coffee mug. Use the coffee mug makes it easier to pour the coffee into your mouth without having to worry about spilling it. It's just riffing, right? It just gives you all this amazing copy. So anything you punch in here, open a bold new area. Open up to a bold new area of
like the coffee mug. The coffee mug is the only travel mug
dynamic
on the
magnetic system, so you can carry your laptop with your coffee cup and never spill. What? So that's like
product idea.
It is. So this is what blows my mind is it's not just writing copy like based on frameworks, but it's like creatively coming up with stuff for you. And your job is to learn how to communicate more effectively with it. So what you would want to do here then is be a little bit more specific because maybe it's way off. Like maybe it's
high five.
But here's the wild thing. So then you would do it like that's just a description. Like what if we wanted to do some like marketing messaging? So we could go into these sales frameworks. So that what they've done is they've taken this platform, this billion-dollar platform that uses supercomputers to run this stuff, right? Again, this is the technology that Google's using, Facebook's using, IBM, like billion-dollar companies. What this company, it's built on OpenAI. So OpenAI is the company that Elon Musk and now Microsoft are behind. And they're making this available to everyone. So the average consumer like us can tap into this database and interact with this artificial intelligence. So we have access to it now. All right, so a company like Copy.ai has built a software interface on top of it. So they're paying. So every time I punch in something here, Copy.ai is paying OpenAI to interface with their AI robot. And that's how we're getting all this output, right? So they're paying for it. I paid my monthly subscription. I get unlimited use. But what Copy.ai is doing on top of that is it's training it for specific use cases. So it's taking the raw data and it's training it to do certain things. In this case, it was a product description, right? So what it's also trained it on is these kind of like frameworks.
what does AIDA stand for again?
It's attention,
Awareness,
interest, desire, action.
awareness, yeah, attention, awareness, interest, desire, and action. So it's a marketing framework that what is a marketing framework? Let's try and explain this. It's a way to serve your content to your customer, to create the interest, to get the sale, essentially. And it just basically means that you're starting with getting their attention, making them aware of the problem or whatever it is, getting their interest, then creating the desire, making them want whatever it is that you're giving them, and then giving them a call to action so that they go out and buy it. Did I say that right?
Yeah, bingo. And there's a bunch of different frameworks. And this is just, if you look up any copywriting book, any pro copywriter has been practicing and training themselves on these frameworks. And there's tools out there and stuff you could buy that will help you plug in your product, and then it'll kind of generate something for you. What's really cool about this is I've found, again, I've been buying that stuff. I've been studying copywriting. I can look at someone else's examples and then try, like the problem is I get it. Like I can understand a framework and then I see an example and it makes sense to me. But when I try to do it for my own business, it's like, I don't know if I'm doing it right.
It just doesn't, it's not one, like, and this is spat out like, how many of those? 6 of those, 5 of those? What was it? In
just
like
in seconds.
All you have to do is just
click
get
make
rid
more
of ones that are totally crap and just use the rest of them to get a result.
And you can click make more as many times as you want. You could, generate unlimited amounts. But what I find, and this is actually, this one here is a very common one. Apple is known for using this. A lot of people say that emails, it's a good format for emails. So, and really anything you do, starting off by getting their interest. So instead of saying like, hey, our product's amazing, like, no, you say what's on their mind, what's on the mind of your customer. So I saw one down here that, I would, if we were to specify down more clearly to what this product is, maybe I was thinking something more like a spill-proof lid, right? So I would probably type that into the description so we get more outputs that are closer related to what my product actually is. It's just guessing right now. So it's giving me all this stuff for like heat-resistant ceramic. Like I don't want to sell that, right? Double-walled. I don't know. It's making stuff up because I haven't given it much detail. But if you gave it a pretty good detail, like a spill-proof lid, then you would have all these outputs would be more in alignment with what your product actually is. But you can see here, like I want to go pitch this to people. Well, the way you would do it is by using a framework to get their attention. And by the time they get to the action, this is funny how it actually said Kickstarter page. By the time you get to the action, they're interested and they're actually more likely to take action. So like this, let's just read through. Like the mug comes with a spill-proof lid, so you don't have prevent spilling. So that's not the best intro. I would say like design for business owners who don't want to spill. You're getting their attention with some kind of need that they have. You don't want to spill coffee on your laptop. Keeps your drink hot or cold. It features a lid lock for added safety. Get yours now. So
can I just say something else as well, that which is why I chose that other product and I put as much as I could in. It depends on what the input is as well. I mean, you want to give it a little bit more of the better the input, the better the output every single time. So if you give it more of a features list, and I find that bullet points work really well. If you give it like 3 or 4 lines worth of features of the product, it will actually spit out a lot more relevant stuff. I mean, what this example is awesome too, because it gives you more ideas. It gives you an actual product idea. But if you've got a product that's ready and you want to describe it, you actually want to give it what the features of your product are. It's just really, really, really amazing.
It's just funny to read through it. Like it's so creative. Like you're running a business and carrying coffee to your laptop while juggling files and making calls isn't easy. One wrong move and you'll be drowning in coffee. Stop worrying about getting the coffee stains all over your laptop or any other cherished possessions for that matter. The Coffee Mug Pro is the perfect solution for business owners who need to work away from their desks, prevents you from spilling hot drinks while holding important documents. I mean, just so creative. Like, and this is where I've been talking to some clients, like they've been a professional at what they do for 10, 20, 30 years in some cases. And I just like, hey, give me, in 2 sentences, tell me what you do. And then we run it through a tool like this, and it comes out with angles and messaging ideas that they had never thought of, because you're stuck in your own head. It's hard to see it from different angles. Yes, but then you can just balance it. Just the creativity is so insane. I'd love to see some comments too.
One thing that I find with my students, and I don't know how many of you watching have actually found this about yourselves, it's really, really hard for them to look at their product from the eyes of the customer. When we've spent 3-4 months creating a product, we see it from our viewpoint. What we've got to try and figure out as a second step is how the customer is going to buy it. Well, we need to get into the shoes of the customer, and this is absolutely a way of getting out of our own head and into the head of the customer that's going to buy it and why they would want it in the first place.
Bingo. And I don't know if you've done this, but I've trained people so many times, like, hey, you know what you need to do is go do like phone calls with your ideal customer and like listen to what they're saying, say it in their words, right? It's like that process of doing all this market research. You can pretty much knock that out here in a few seconds with just tons of creative angles coming back at you. It's like having a professional copywriter at your fingertips in seconds who's done all the research on your market.
and even better, because if you've got a copywriter, you have to wait for the results and you have to train them and all that kind of stuff. Whereas here, you get something that doesn't sound right, you just type something else in the box and you get another result. It's just amazing.
So we could try. I mean, we could go back to the example you gave me and talk about that a little bit. We could take some ideas from the crowd and just punch them in and see what happens. But
yes, please give me product ideas so that we can punch in, guys. If anybody wants to see your own product.
And then if like what's really fun are like abstract things. So I've done it with a lot of coaches who coach like relationship coaches or like energy healers, and it nails it. I've done it with like pole dancing. One lady does like pole dancing classes, and we were like punching all this copy. So what you could do is go grab, like if you don't know how to describe what you do, you go to websites like the top websites, or go find other Amazon products that kind of describe the product well, as close as you could come up with, right? And just copy and paste it in, and it's going to use that. It's not going to like repeat it, right? It's going to give you different angles and ideas based on what you punched into it. Yeah. So it's a really good shortcut to go find websites or the top leaders in your industry, take their copy and then run it through these frameworks and have the AI give you a bunch of other really good marketing angles and messaging.
Wow. Awesome. All right. Anybody? I'm getting some really fun. I don't know whether to start sharing now or to me, Caroline.
Yeah, why don't you guys just drop in like a quick, like the name of your product or a brand, and then a quick description, and we could drop it in here, and we could experiment with some different angles here.
Okay, here we go. Nature scavenger hunt.
Nature.
It's an actual game. I know the product, so it's an actual game. It's a type of a kids game where they use different products to go on a scavenger hunt. Let's see how well that does.
Any other details you can think of? It's fun, even if we type in words like it's fun for the whole family, like.
Yeah,
fun, like interactive game to get outdoors, or like
we use cards without being too specific on the what she's going. She's trying to protect her product.
I see. Okay.
let's go really general.
Broad. Okay. So we can try something like what's cool about this framework is it actually gives you some placeholder ideas of how you might be able to pitch it with like proof, what kind of proof you might want to look for.
Okay.
So let's just see. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, do you want to click on that first, see what that comes up with, and then if we need to, we can add a few lines.
So it's kind of going that angle of outdoors. So the problem is, how do you get kids out, explore the world around them with nature scavenger hunt? Kids get some exercise running around or hunting for different products in nature. I love the example, like proof, like customer proof. It was fun because it got us outside and we were excited by all the different items. You know, some kind of example of what you might put in there for your own customer testimonial. And for a limited time, they're offering $5 off your purchase. Create yours now.
All right, so add to the input something to the effect of use a pack of cards to tell you where to go looking for your, I don't know, prize or something to that effect.
All right, I need a better example if we can.
It's
if you can't even do the caveman description, then you're gonna have some trouble with
yeah, this is caveman. This is caveman.
We're not even at the caveman level description here. So maybe we try a product description. I mean, this is fun.
There's more. We've got heaps. All right, so we've got wall collage kit for teenage girls. So this is a pack of cards that's got the same kind of aesthetic. So the words aesthetic, postcards that go on the wall. We can try that one as another product.
All right, before we do that, let's look through the product description, right? This is a great starting point. And if you're struggling to even come up with your description, like describe your product, try the product description. We might actually find one that works. And then you could use that for your other inputs.
And if you do, before you actually manufacture your product, you might get some good ideas. Let's see what comes up.
Yeah, the perfect gift for siblings, for friends, exploring, hunting for treasure in no time. Each card tells kids where to go, looking for prizes from plants to water. So yeah, it gets you some ideas. Should entertain for hours. Use different products to go on a scavenger hunt for hidden prizes. Follow the description of these cards. Hidden items. Then take a picture and upload it to our website for your chance to win. Look at that. That's a creative idea.
Yay, Vicky! You know what you're doing now.
Yeah, have them do like a hashtag or something on Instagram.
That has to be on your insert. Take a picture, upload it to our Instagram or to our Facebook, and you get a prize. Yay!
So the game comes with a pack of cards that ask children to find hard to find items. Turn over the card and your child knows what he or she needs to look for. Use the tools in the box to find all the hidden items and you win. I mean, it's doing a pretty dang good job of coming up with some descriptions. Offering over 100 items to look for, mostly found outdoors. Nature Scavenger Hunt is designed to be fun while teaching kids about wildlife and plants in new ways they can experience in their own neighborhoods and parks. The game is portable and reusable, taking only a pack of playing cards to play. Bonus activity book included.
Get ready to write a book.
I'm telling you, this is mind-blowing how creative it is. Like, it's coming up with ideas for. So that's time and time again. People have told me, like, oh my gosh, I added this to my product, or I changed this, or I've shifted my business because of some ideas I got. And like I told you, some guy just came up with the name of his company.
That is crazy. That is crazy.
You want to try another one?
We're going to try Kaz's. So this is the title. And where is it again? The cards have mantras on them. It's an inspirational, motivational type thing, mostly for teenagers.
Card pack or card, is it a game or a kit?
It's a pack of postcards that you stick on the wall. Wall.
Okay. So it's a
wall collage. It's called a wall collage.
Postcards that you stick on the wall
As a wall collage.
Cards have mantras. This is for teenagers.
Yeah.
Or to like feel inspired by the possibilities of their life or something.
She's got. Oh no, this isn't good. It's not wall art prints, maybe.
Boosting female
self-esteem, maybe. She doesn't like the word postcards. She likes the word prints for some reason, because that's what she's put on the box. But
It's a pack of prints that
add
you
it,
stick on the
add it.
wall.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's inspirational. Okay, let's try that.
All right, let's see.
Product description. What will it come up with? So I found like adding little things there, like we really niche down there, boosting female self-esteem, teenagers. Those are very specific. What I found too is people have tried like putting exact locations, like regions. If I did like Austin, Texas, it might bring in some like cowboy theme or something. Like it'll understand like certain things. So the first one, again, I usually skip the first one. A new product that is the result of collaboration between a young woman who is trying to stop self-harming and a designer supplier. So it's kind of crafting a narrative, a story of maybe what was behind it. The idea is developed in response to teenage girls who draw themselves with, I don't know what that is. Is that those little tattoo
Guys,
things?
there's always always one or two of those. Kazilli is a new pack of inspirational wall prints that can add a bit of fun and creativity to the walls of teenagers' bedrooms. That sounds a lot more
A little less heavy.
down the right track.
Yeah.
Modern, unique, and motivational. The bigger picture wanted to make something uplifting. So the bigger picture is it's making up a brand
Made up a
name.
name. Oh, interesting.
That's what that looks like. Whereas the actual brand name is Kazilli. So the Kazilli is the brand name. It's calling the product.
Yeah, you
Kazilli.
could just go. Yeah.
Yeah, Kazilli wanted to make something uplifting that girls could put on their walls. We felt the bedroom was where a lot of young people develop their self-esteem, and we wanted to find a way to empower them. So look no further for a perfect gift for that special teenager in your life. Okay, it's reasonable. I was wowed before more. Let's see if there's anything else. Motivational prints that can be used to create inspirational, motivational wall collages in your bedroom. There's always going to be something amazing that you can pick and choose and mix and match. All you need is scissors, sticky tape, and you are good to go. Kazilli allows your teenager to express their personality and does not clutter up their room with posters like other wallpaper companies do. There you go.
So yeah, you might find, like you said, what I would do, maybe you don't get like the perfect description. You're not ever going to get the perfect description or the perfect thing. I mean, sometimes it'll just knock it out of the park. But what you can look for is like, maybe it's like call to action ideas or I usually do something like this. I'll start making a bullet point list. So it allows you to spread. So maybe like the problems it solves. Let's do. I would not have thought that cluttering up their room with posters like other wallpaper companies was a problem, right? Or like a competitive advantage.
Me neither. It's also good for the environment, I guess.
Right. So maybe there's some angles there, and that's where the brainstorming happens. Is you could get some creative ideas. So if we found something like that, we could again go and try running it through some of these tools. And look, we could go in and look and spend a bunch of time on. There's so many tools. It'll write birthday cards, like do a Clubhouse bio. It'll write resume bullet points. It'll come up with, again, startup ideas, name generator. Let's see. The change tone's really good. So what I've done sometimes is I'll go to the change tone tool, type in something that it gave me. Like we found this one a minute ago, right?
Yeah.
And you could try it in a more like maybe a empathetic tone.
Whoa.
And run it through that. Our description is too long, so I have to cut out some of that. There we go. So you have a limit of how much you can put in. This is really fun. What's that?
That's actually a good thing because we write too much, I think.
Totally, yeah. It's to make it, I don't know. I mean, there's limitations, like the API that is running it through has like limitations. They don't want you just like, they're trying to throttle this. There's definitely concern about like some of the
What kind of
improper
bandwidth
uses.
we're going to use? Yeah.
Bit of fun, creative. So it's pretty close. Aims to help young girls engage in process, and you might find some different angles here. This one was kind of a tricky one. It's modern, unique, and motivational. So there's some interesting lines to help young girls realize their full potential.
And I find that it gives you different kinds of outputs if it's something that's a product that's got a utility versus something that's a little bit more abstract, that as like this is kind of thing. The creative power to express their individuality and connect with who they're really meant to be. Write that, Kaz. Write that sentence. That is awesome.
Yeah, so something like that. Let's copy that. Let's come up with I would do a bullet point of like benefits. Just start dropping that stuff in there, and you're really building out a sales page here, right? You're building out a video, you're building out whatever it is, an email.
Kaz is loving it.
So then I would, again, go run that through. So maybe we find an angle there that we liked. That messaging at the end, it's probably going to be too much. Maybe we just put that at the end instead and run that through. If we want some more, I found my two favorites here are the pain, agitate, solution. So the pain, agitate, solution really helps me find the pain points. So that helps me get those bullet points really quick. The feature, advantage, benefit is so good for finding the benefits, right? So why should they buy your stuff? So now we've changed that up, like who they're really meant to be. It might go into a little bit more of that psychology angle.
Let's see.
So now let's see if it digs into that a little bit more. The feature, advantage, benefit. It can be fun. So that's pretty much regurgitating.
It's a fun way to express yourself. Kazilli is a new way for girls to express their individuality. Girls can use Kazilli, the benefits. Girls can use Kazilli to connect with who they're really meant to be. Okay. Let's see.
Okay, this is interesting. So array of, again, so you find, I mean, you can just skip past the stuff that doesn't really do much for you, but you'll find nuggets in here, golden nuggets buried in here. Quotes, inspirational messages, and drawings. It's going into some of the quality of the paper here. So different angles of like what maybe sets you apart is the quality of the product.
Yeah, I didn't even think about the quality of the paper, and I think you've done a good job with that, Kaz. You've got really good, thick, whatever GSM.
Yeah, so maybe it'd be like a wide, like what makes us different or something. That could be something that you start to write out, like angles like that. A little extra zest to your bedroom wall, so you'll be motivated to make the most of every day. That's a good line right there.
Wake up to this and be motivated for the rest of the day or something.
So benefits. And on that point, maybe you go in and look at, so again, you play around here. This is what I do. Is just find all these golden nuggets, put my list together. I'm up and running in a matter of 30, 40 minutes. You're going to have a document with all this amazing messaging copy. And now you can just pull from that anytime you have a post to make or a new email to write or whatever you need to do.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
And you can even try like value proposition. So you could run that through, I don't know. I mean, motto generator, brand mission, brand voice. This is the value proposition.
All right. Do we have time for one more maybe? Do you think?
Totally. Yeah. Ooh, it helps teenagers create a personal space that's unique to them. That's pretty cool.
Kaz is loving this. She's taking photos.
Every time I do a demo like this, people are like, wait, it's being recorded. Don't worry. Go get your own account. It's worth every penny.
Crystal, let me see how I can find you typed something earlier. Oh God, I've got to go all through the
exercise dice. Ooh, that's a fun one.
Did we get another one?
I saw Debbie said
That's what Debbie wants. All right, let's do that. All right. There are literally hundreds of. I don't know what's going on here. It's gone crazy today.
I saw some questions. Oh, go. Well, I saw something like about the like Conversion AI doing it in a voice of a teenage girl. Yeah, so they don't have that here, kind of the way Conversion AI does, where like when you type it in, you could say like in the voice of, you could type in like a celebrity or a certain persona.
Yeah.
They don't have that. They have some different, and they might add it soon. I mean, like I said, they're actually working on version 2 of this whole thing. It's going to be
same
really
database, really. So I'm guessing that it's just tweaking their own software.
Yeah, and it's an option. There are some like more narrow targeting things, which are kind of fun. You could like get more clear on your target audience, the occasion, the promotion. So it gives you some prompts there of like how to get a output that maybe is more what you're looking for. Okay, so the exercise dice.
Yes, so the exercise dice is a set of dice about this big that are made of some kind of foamy thing that you throw on the floor, and it tells you what kinds of exercises to do. And because, as you can tell, I exercise a lot, I'm gonna let Debbie tell us a couple of things about. Okay, so it's made of PU foam. Tell us what kind of exercises it tells you to do. Give us a couple of examples, Deb.
Maybe who it's for. Is there a niche audience?
It's got 12 sides. I guess anybody who wants to exercise from home. So each side of the 12 sides gives them an actual exercise. Anything you can give us a couple of exercises that, or an example of something. I don't know what will help in this case.
Well, we could run it through. I would look at like, okay, can it figure out from that? Can it figure out a pain point? Maybe it's trying to figure out what exercise. That'd be an obvious one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we can look at what is the pain point. You can do this, anyone can, but it's a bit confusing and inconvenient, not to mention the fact that you might hurt yourself. So that's an interesting pain point. After a new year, you're determined to get fit. You start each day with a burst of enthusiasm and willpower. By midday, you're exhausted. This is not really nailing it. Let's see. Exercises for suckers. What's the solution to that? Put this out of your mind. Cool design, perfect. It does no idea what PU foam is. I think that's the problem. the FU doodle. What is the FU doodle? It tells you what there's a name for you. Just roll and you're good to go.
Debbie, I'm sure you'll get better results when you start. Not quite the angle to start. No, we need to put more into that. It's like I said, the input tells you what the output's going to be. So cardio and strength, push-ups, lunges, squats. I'm concerned that doodle
This is a good line. That is so funny.
Nailed it.
I sat down with a friend at a coffee shop and I showed it to her, and we started punching in random things, and we were just like, we were crying laughing. I kid you not. We just started like just the random stuff you can put into it, and the outcome, and like it's going to try to write stuff for you without really knowing much, but it does a pretty good job usually.
Yeah. No. So once you start understanding what you need to put in there, and what your product, and I mean, obviously you'll be doing like one product at a time. You'll have a great chance to actually nail it, even by just grabbing a couple of the outputs and putting those into the input. That I found that actually helps.
And that's where in this case, so I would look at websites that sell something similar.
Yeah.
And grab some of their messaging. If it's pretty close to describing yours, now it's just a matter of like, you got to sell it in a different way, or like in a more creative way, or just come up with your own copy. It's hard enough. And like, we're always doing this anyways. We're pretty much copying other people's stuff and just kind of re-spinning it. So this is going to give you way more creative version of that than.
Yeah, and it's not actually copying anymore.
No, everyone's always copying everything. Nothing new. So yeah, that was surprisingly bad. In that case, we probably want to really work on that. But hey, it costs like nothing. It's not like it took you 2 seconds to figure out that you need a better description.
Yeah, absolutely. Just to add in there what kind of exercises it does, or how to use it. Maybe do the really simple version of exercise dice that you roll to choose exercises, gym exercises to do, or cardio exercises to do, or something, random rolling of, I don't know.
I mean, just simplifying it like that. You don't always need to go into details of like the foam quality. If you're not trying to, that's not a selling point.
Yes.
So that's even better. Probably when you're at home, it's hard to get motivated to exercise. The problem is not knowing what to do. This could be the solution. Choose your next workout without a lot of thinking. I mean, that's a much more clear angle.
That's more of a description. Okay. Finding the time to exercise, but life gets in the way. You're exhausted at the end of a long day at work, and all you want to do is sit on the sofa. Solution: exercise dice are an easy and fun way to help you find the motivation to do something good for yourself. It's nailing it, Debbie. Put the dice in the bag.
Ooh, that's a good. So you just came up with a scenario like that. Like, just throw it in your bag, take it wherever you go. No more excuses. It came up with that next line. Look at that. You have no excuse. It knew. See how smart it is? It knows exactly where our brains go. It takes just a minute to roll, and your next workout is chosen.
She just called your input rubbish. It's your fault.
I mean, and all these AI tools are going to be kind of similar. And the thing is, you have to choose which one's best for you. For me, I found Copy.ai to be just more fun for me to play with. I just think for what I'm paying for it, the unlimited option, the amount of tools.
I actually found that when I was on the $29 plan of Conversion.ai, I was actually hesitant to push the button and get more options, because I constantly have the back of my head that I'm going to finish it up, and this isn't really important to do. I've got other important work to do. Then when I upgraded, it was just a huge amount to pay for something that is unlimited. So I think this is going to be a really good solution, especially if we get it for the $29. Kaz needs to go apparently, and she's asking whether she can have a 7-day free trial before moving to the 40%. Is that an option? I think it actually gives you my link that I've put up or down, or wherever you find it in the description. It'll give them a free trial, and then you said it comes up with a timer.
Yeah, you'll have it's unique to you, so it'll be probably a couple days that you'll have to get that 40% off deal. If you wait too long, you'll miss it. So be sure to look at that number of how many days you have left. So get your free trial now for sure. Lock it in, try this out, take the weekend or the next couple days, your free time, to see if it's right for you. Worst case, I would say grab that discount and pay for 1 month. And if you don't like it, or if you don't use it, just cancel. But if you do use it, you can keep that 40% off locked in for the entire first year. That saves you a lot of money. I mean, that's $20 a month off their normal plan. So it's worth just locking that in, and then figure it out. If you don't use it, no big deal. But if you do, it's going to save you a lot of money.
Apparently the link takes her to the 7-day free trial.
So that's the first step. And then once you get the free trial, you'll see the option to upgrade with the discount.
Okay. So Kaz, it gives you 7 days free, but once you go in there's a timer that allows you to get the 40% off. So the 40% off isn't evident from the beginning. And then it tells you that you've got X amount of time for the 40%. Is that, I haven't tried it.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Just click through that link and you'll see it. So start with a free trial either way. And if you have any issues, you can reach out to me. I'll make sure you get set up with that. But it's programmed in automatically. So if you get the free trial through that link, you'll have an option to upgrade with a 40% discount.
Everybody's going, take my money.
Thanks, everyone. This was a lot of fun. It's always fun hanging out with your crowd.
Oh, they are amazing, and they're always willing to learn new things and test new things. Hold on, I'm trying to go through this and fish out any of the actual questions. Seriously, I don't know what's going on here, but I've got like questions coming in from all the different platforms. Here's a question. Seems a big price difference between the two programs. What's the main? Well, he's just shown you how this works. Is there anything really that anybody's missing out on if they get Copy.ai versus Conversion.ai?
Yeah, the big thing right now is that $100+ month, the $109 a month plan for Conversion.ai. They have that, what they call the long form writer, and they have some other integrations with some SEO tools. So so what they've, I mean, you could do something pretty much the same. It's not going to have that feature. So what they have is a feature where you start typing and then click continue, and it'll like write the next sentence or two for you. So it's kind of cool. I know Copy.ai is working on something like that. It's probably going to come sometime soon.
Great for blogs. Conversion.ai, if you're writing a long book or you're writing, and I've seen a lot of people using Conversion.ai with that, with pretty much, and I think that's where they don't care to pay the $100 and something to have it. So if you're writing a long blog post, or you're writing a long book, or something like that, it's got that one extra feature for the long form writing. Is that correct?
Yeah. So I would say try their free trial. I don't know if they let you use that for free, but you can see if you need that.
They don't. No. I had to upgrade mine. Yes, absolutely.
Something kind of similar. It's a different functionality. What I find, I tried using that tool. It didn't really work for my needs. I just want the raw materials, and then I paste it in, and then I kind of edit it. It's kind of what you do anyways with something like Conversion.ai. It's gonna give you a version, but it's kind of goofy with how it works. You like click and it starts writing, and then you're really editing it anyways. What Copy.ai just added is what they call a bullet points to blog. Mm-hmm. So what you can actually do is like get long format written stuff. So if you had like, let's just say how to, and we can even come up with a title. Like I like using something like a listicle title, blog titles, listicles, exercise dice. Let's just see what it comes up with for a title name. 5 benefits of exercise dice. Let's see, 5 best exercise dice to help you reset your metabolism. I mean, interesting ideas. And then we could do, excuse me, topic. Shoot, I got to scratch my throat. Let me mute real quick while I do this.
Yep.
That was kind of wild how it came up with the 12 sides with workouts.
Lateral walk.
Or actually the 12 ways.
Oh my God. Here are some ideas.
So check it out. So what I just did is I just went through that. I made a title, right? And then I made a listicle list. And now I plugged that into the bullet point to blog, and it just wrote a bunch of paragraphs for me on those points.
Debbie, were you just Debbie?
So I could go take this, and now I've got, so this is like why I think the value of like that auto copy generator, the Conversion.ai, you're going to pay $80-$90 more a month. And it's just going to do something like this?
Specify? Kaz is still asking. So it's Kaz, the price is $50 a month or thereabouts. With the 40% off, it turns to $30 a month. And once you sign up at the $30 a month, if you don't miss the 40%, then it will be month to month $30.
Correct. Bingo. And if you get the annual, you'll save even more. So it's like $250 a month, which is more like, or it's $250 a year, which is like $20 a month.
Debbie, you're missing out. If you're not here watching this,
look at all this stuff I just wrote. So I can actually copy this. So you can put in a bunch of bullet points that you wanted to write paragraphs for with a title that it's supposed to be about. And so I just did all that. But what you could do is just click copy all results. And now I can just go into my doc and I can just paste that in and look at all these paragraphs of
US dollars, Bridge, US dollars.
For those that, I mean, you could read through it. You're going to have to edit at this point. I mean, it's a lot. If you're writing a lot of words, it's going to take some time to like filter through this. But in just a second, right, I wrote all this stuff. So for those of us that have to travel as an effective way to burn more calories,
it's easier to read than to write.
Like you find the hard part now is just editing, right? So I could create again and just run it through and write 12 more paragraphs on these topics.
Oh my God.
So in seconds, you're like generating all this unique, original written stuff.
And if I'm not mistaken, I saw a couple of results from this, and it's actually SEO optimized because it's actually pulling it from the spots in the internet, I guess, that where they're supposed to be or something. It's really
it's not super optimized yet. I mean, they're going in that direction. So they have some tools like rewrite with keywords, but it wouldn't be, it would just take a matter of adding some stuff, sprinkling in a few words here or there to it. But look, it's writing stuff about medicine ball sit-ups right here. It's just writing, I mean, random stuff. Like you can find use cases here. I think anything that you need it to do, you can put it to work for you. For me, when it comes to marketing your products and services, just the creative angles it gives you, the brainstorming, the instant bouncing back ideas. So you get out of your own head and out of your own like stuck situation into like creative copywriting, and you start to see your doc come together really quick. And now you just have all these headlines, and I'll run it through and just find like all these different headlines. You can plan out a month's worth of social media content, or, and just in minutes. I'm also doing some stuff with YouTube optimization. So I've been getting my YouTube videos to rank better, getting descriptions for my YouTube videos, just like, boom. Watch this. It has one for, where is it? The social media. It's got the YouTube description intro. So amazing. If you ever want to make a YouTube video, we could just do the same title here. It'll write an intro for your YouTube video that you could literally just read. You could like say it to start your video in most cases. So interesting. I did an entrepreneur. So I could say this, like I could look at the camera and be like, as an entrepreneur, life gets busy. We have to do a lot. And we have a lot to do and barely enough time to do it. Exercise is one of those things that often gets shortchanged, especially if you're exercising alone. But it doesn't have to be that way. Exercise dice are a great way to make exercise. So I could tweak that a little bit to make exercise more fun and challenging. And you'll surprise yourself at how much you get done when you roll those dice. I mean, boom, started my YouTube video.
Yeah. Vicky's asking, I'm sure you'll get to this late. This was a little while ago when we started off. Wondering if there's a way to basically find someone's article, blog post that you like and have it rewrite parts or all of it and then refine to or better still, can we copy AI to create blog posts from scratch, bearing in mind that I can't write. Okay. So essentially you wanted to do all the work. It'll probably do about 80% of the work for you, and no, it won't just throw it at you. It'll be ideas. So you can start with getting so show us again. So you gave it a listicle that gives you the 12.
It'll give you an outline. Yeah, so I changed it to 5, so it's going to be 5 things.
And then you go back and you use one of those lines, and then you can
Let's see.
let it write something on that line. So yeah, it's going to be a process, Vicky, but yeah, absolutely. You can write.
Yeah, what I would do is just go to the bullet points to blog feature.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one way, and then I could type in a few bullet points of what I want to be in my blog, and it'll write a paragraph on each of those.
Mm-hmm.
The other angle is, and again, it's going to generate all this stuff down below. How good is it? I mean, again, it's the same deal. It's not like it's going to be done out of the gate, but it will give you stuff that you can work with, and you might have to find the golden nuggets out of it. You can go and copy all that and have your blog. The other thing I'd recommend trying is the bullet point to paragraph. So what that'll do is kind of take it one at a time. So I could say, let's say I want to write a paragraph on considering your food choices. So the title of the blog is that, the bullet point is that, and it's going to write several paragraphs on that point.
Okay.
So then I can go and start writing out over here. Maybe this is my blog. And that would be like the title. Let's just do that. Then this would be like the first, H tag or something. This is my first headline. Whatever. I'll just do this, and down below, I can find maybe something in here. Well, that's a weird line. So you've heard that saying, "You are what you eat." That's kind of interesting. Maybe something eating well is that. This is maybe more on point. So find the paragraph that works, right? You pop it in. Now, if I want to write it, maybe I would say why it's important through your food choices. You could kind of tweak it and get some other copy ideas. And like, again, tweaking the input, it's going to give you some different ideas for paragraphs. Or like,
so it's supposed to answer a question now. So now it's going to answer a question, or it's going to try to answer the right question.
Yeah, why it's important to, so it's going to focus more on that. Let's see, let's face it, we are all food addicts. Let's see, yes, exercise. Whether you're a natural or decent shape, let's see. Although the best way to lose weight is to like stand there at times when you. See, I don't know. To me, the long format stuff is tricky. Whatever tool you're using, I find it to be a little bit tricky.
It is. I found that Conversion.ai was just pulling stuff off the internet. I tried to do something for one of my own pages at one point, and all of a sudden what I came up with is Calliope Sofianopoulos is a multi-million-dollar seller that has been around for 12 years and has been
it just makes the Clubhouse bio.
it just pulls stuff off the internet.
People use exercise dice to lose weight. I mean, I don't know. You could like the Clubhouse, but a lot of these tools are all going to do the same thing. It's just going to like BS, like a bunch of stuff. And you got to find, your job is to edit and find what really is true. So it's going to help you find, like, your idea here is to find the truth that you were struggling to articulate yourself. And it's going to give you an unlimited amount of stuff to work with.
That's a good question. I was having trouble copying and pasting from Conversion.ai to I don't know why. I have no idea whether it's actually possible. But I was trying to move some stuff into a Google Doc, and I couldn't copy from it. I've just noticed that you're actually copying from it.
Yeah, I mean, you can edit in here, and I just copy it and paste myself. I haven't really tried that with paste right in.
Yeah. No, I just realized that you're having no trouble whatsoever. Yeah, because we're on screen with Gaz, and we're trying to use it to get a couple of lines.
The dice man. It's kind of the Clubhouse bio examples. Helping you use exercise dice to lose weight.
and it comes up with the emojis as well. I don't think I've got a Clubhouse bio. I've got a Clubhouse account. I have no idea what it does. I missed something. How do you create copy using the AEDA format? Is that how you say it? With AEDA an option to choose in the, yes, you do. So it's one of those options. It's a marketing framework. So it's one of the options on the left. You choose it and it spits out, it spits out copy in that order.
So we could just, I mean, we're not giving it much info, but it seems to be working with it. And again, these are really great ways to just help you construct your messaging angle and the what you say and when you say it. This really helps you do it effectively. So let's see. I hope we lose weight. World's
we've
first.
got more products to do. We're not going to stick around for much longer. I'm sorry, but I think people are going to start getting bored from now on. So we're going to. I think it's time to wrap it up. Did I miss any questions? If I've missed any questions, you've got a chance to put them in here quickly before we wrap it up. Oh, here you go. Here you go. This is a good use for it.
Yeah, it's so quick.
So yeah.
And I've seen people making some videos on YouTube that are specifically for selling like e-commerce products. And the one lady was like trying to come up with a description for her like yard sign or like to put in your garden, some kind of festive sign for like millennials. And she just was like really struggling to describe it well. And she just kind of typed it in and boom, after the first click, she had really good, rich descriptions that she could just roll with immediately.
Okay. What else have we got to say about this? Yeah, I think it's time to wrap it up. If you've got any questions that I've missed, please do put them in again. We're going to stick around for another couple of minutes. All right, so people go to the link that I've put in there. You get the freebie, so the free trial. That free trial will give you 7 days free, but over the next couple of days, there will be a timer every time you log in that will tell you that you have X amount of time, 1 or 2 days or 3 days or whatever it is, to go for the 40% off, which will give you this particular software for $30 a month. In the meantime, when you actually do that, message me, send me an email, send me, I don't know, smoke signals, what have you, and I'll shoot an email to Andrew to give you your freebie as well, which is that amazing package of templates for brand building. Thank you very much for coming, Crystal. I know you got me hooked.
Hey, I'm only here because I was the same way just a few months ago looking for tools like this. And I got hooked on it. So I'm trying to spread the word. I just find it's such a magical tool that's making my life so much easier that I want to share it with as many people as I can so we can all have fun and enjoy it. But most importantly, too, start using it now. And you're going to start to be blown away because a month, 2 months from now, 3 months, they might come out with a whole new version in a few months that's 10 times better. They went from 2019 to 2020. It didn't just get like 2 times better, 3 times better. It got 100 times better in 1 year. All right. So like 2 years ago, you punch in this stuff and like one answer out of like 100 or like 1 out of 10 maybe was like kind of made sense and was something you could work with. The update they made in 2020 made it 100 times better. So now almost all of it is something you could work with. But they're continually improving these systems and it's just going to get better. So get locked in now, start to learn how to use it, put it into action. What they're also coming out with later this year is image generation.
Yeah.
So where you could tell it to, this is hard to explain now, but it's equally mind-blowing.
I've seen some really early versions of this, and guys, it is mind-blowing.
Mind-blowing. So you're gonna be able to like punch in some descriptions and it'll create a unique image for you. So anyway, and that's going to be included. That stuff's all going to be built in with Copy.ai. They're working on it right now behind the scenes. So I'm just telling you, this is version 1, and it's already this crazy good. Start to use it now. Get locked in. That deal that you get, the 40% off, is for an entire year. So you got that deal locked in for a whole year. After that, you go to the normal price. But they're anticipating this tool is going to be 10, 20 times better in a year from now. So that's why they didn't want to have it be forever, because they're paying for all the generations that you're doing. So it's not like it's free for them to punch out all this content for you.
Awesome. I've got to thank you. I know it's really late where you are, guys. Andrew's in Texas. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for doing this. I love your presentations so much every single time. And hey, you can see here, everybody else is mind blown as well. I haven't had this many comments in a video in a long time. Thank you, everybody, for coming. And yeah, you use it. Let me know what you think, and keep on asking questions, even if you catch the replay. Have a good one. Thank you. Bye.